Hello, and I'd like to talk to you today about the secret sauce in leadership. I'm so excited to be with you today, and I know that there's something great waiting for you. Welcome to Word Power. I'm so excited to be with you. I don't know what to do. And there's some great things that are coming up, and I want you to know that there's something special for you this morning. Welcome again to Word Power. Well, welcome to Word Power again. I'm so glad to be with you on this Saturday morning, and this is a great day. This is a day that we will never forget, a day where we saw two civil rights icons and one Morehouse legend die all in the same week. So our hearts go out to those who are bereaved. But today we want to talk about the secret sauce in leadership. Yeah, there's a big secret sauce in leadership. And welcome again to Word Power. I'm your host, Julian Johnson, and I'm so glad to be with you today. And where every week on Word Power we find recharge, encouragement, and I want to inspire you. So please, wherever you're watching from, please put it in the chat. And I want to encourage you. I hope that you get recharged. I want you to be connected. I want you to be inspired. And we're also broadcasting live on Instagram and on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So please, today, wherever you are, please know that this is an opportunity for you to be inspired and encouraged. Again, today, we're going to be talking about the secret sauce in leadership. Now, some people are really concerned about what they are and how their perception is. Today, I want to share with you the word of the week, and this word of the week is going to actually help you in your leadership like never before. I'm here to be your leadership coach, wingman. I'm here to be assisting you. I'm here to assist you and letting you know that you're not alone. But guess what? Your mistakes don't define you. But today's word of the week is something that's going to be a hard one, not going to be easy, but it's going to be real. The word of the week this week is humility. And I would offer that a lot of us know people who started out humble, who started out on that very kind level, who started out being reasonable, who started out being very, very meek and mild and lowly. And there's a lot of stars who started out inside of the church. And while some people never went to church, and you may not have gone to church, and you may just be waking up from whatever you did last night or whatever you watched last night, more or less, I would suggest to you that there's a quality that's attractive about people who are humble. I want to give you this word today. It says, for all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all those who humble themselves will be exalted. Luke 14:11. And I want you to know today that it's not really about what you know that's going to get you where you need to go. It's really about where you are and where you're positioning yourself. So let me ask you, how far has your own success taken you? There are a lot of people who say that they climbed the ladder of success by themselves. There's some people who say they climbed the ladder of success because they got a hookup. There's some people who say they climbed the ladder of success, and they won't say this, but they got it because they're associated or affiliated with the right name or right group of people. But I would suggest today that humility and the leadership currency today is more than just about your skills, your administrative skills. A lot of people think because they can sit in a boardroom, sit at the head of the table, make some decisions, huff and puff, and have some name monogram on your wrist shows that you're the leader. And well, I would suggest that you have positional authority. And positional authority is important because we do need decision makers more than ever before to help us to make some crucial decisions. And I would offer to you today that in addition to having crucial decision makers, you got to realize that there have to be people in your life that leadership currency has to be more than just about administrative skills. But what is leadership then? What do you do with leadership? And I would suggest to you that leadership is more than just about some kind of relational thing. It's more than just administrative skills, but I would suggest it's the combination of all of them. Leadership is the ability to connect people, the connection of people towards ideas, goals, a purpose, and a vision. So I would suggest that many people are afraid of being leaders because they don't want people to question their authority, question what they say, question what they do, and question the decisions that they should have made. There's so many people who are armchair quarterbacks, armchair decision makers. And you know what? I would have said this if they would have asked my opinion in the meeting. Well, that's why you're at the table. But I'm going to tell you today the secret sauce of leadership, the secret sauce of people who are magnetic and attractive, that people cannot stand not to be around, but they must be around them. And I want to tell you that secret sauce is humility. Secret sauce, the humility is the secret sauce because it combines all the levels of what is needed. Now, I would suggest to you that there are some people who are very humble and there's some people who are very open. But I would suggest to you the secret sauce of any leader in religious life, political life, in the community, or in your home, their secret sauce is humility. You may be able to make great decisions, but are people afraid to be around you otherwise? And oh my goodness, this happened to me early in my leadership journey, that some people said, well, I don't know you, I'm afraid to be around you. And people thought I wasn't humble because I had education and skills. Guess what? That education and skills, it gets you in the door. But what keeps you as a magnet toward people wanting to be attracted to you is the fact of your humility. So please, in the chat, I don't know if you're watching right now or watching later this rebroadcast, who are some leaders that you follow in life because you believed in their demonstration of knowledge in a combination of humility? Man, I'll tell you that there are some leaders that are just humble. They just have the it factor, and they're able to share with you the reality of what's going on in life. And I'll tell you that the reality, Dan, the reality, Norma, the reality, Louisa, the reality, Jeannie, is the fact that leadership, like you said before, Al, leadership, and I'll share this definition of leadership for you. Leadership is the connection of people toward ideas, goals, a purpose, and vision. That's leadership. Now, I mean, everything else is just hanging out. But I want you to know that on this morning, I want to create a community of people who are competent and can go back into those Zoom meetings, can go back into the workplace, and you are a leader. Now, I'll tell you that the leader that I appreciate the most is named Dr. C.D. Joseph. I got two this morning. Dr. C.D. Joseph. And Charles Joseph in Chicago, Illinois, was a person who was able to understand the reality of the needs of his community. But in addition to that, talking about the needs of understanding his own desire to serve people. Now, Pierre, you asked me to go deeper into what humility is. I'll go there deeper in a second. And we're gonna get there. I got three things for you to know a little bit more about humility. The second one is T. Marshall Kelly. And I'll let you know that T. Marshall Kelly, to me, man, the guy, meek, weak, humble, everything. The man was everything. He taught me how to be myself and enjoy myself. And I'll suggest to you that the reality for most of us is that we really know what we want to do, but we're afraid of understanding the reality of what it takes to get to the next level in our own desire for leadership. So somebody else said Charles Bradford. Any other leaders that you would suggest? I'll call out their names. Somebody said Miles Monroe was a great definition of leadership and humility. God rest his soul. And there are so many other people who may be in secular society, maybe in your community, who are awesome and amazing leaders. And I want you to know that after the reality of understanding that who leaders are, I want to share with you that your knowledge and skills and your role or your promotion, your knowledge gets you the job, gets you the role, it gets you the promotion, but your soft skills make you a magnet for people to follow you. And I would suggest to you that after these messages, I want to share with you something that's going to be exciting, something that's going to be encouraging, and something that will make you want to know the three secrets that I have for you to be an amazing and right after these messages. We also want to encourage you that every week we have something called The Network. The Network comes on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, and we have a special speaker this coming Wednesday night, and his name is Marvin Clark. Marvin Clark will be with us on this coming Wednesday night. I'm so excited to be able to have him here with us. In addition, we also want to let you know on each week we have something called Finding Your Purpose on YouTube. You please go watch Finding Your Purpose. The textbook for this Finding Your Purpose is the book 5 Minutes on Purpose. In addition to that, some of you trying to find yourselves at this moment, and I want to share with you the book Built to Thrive. All of these resources can be found on my website, builttothrive.me. And I want you to know that in addition to all the things that we're talking about, we can really see that effective leaders can find themselves in different ways talking about the reality of who we are. Dan Smith says about Charlie Joe, he said that Charlie Joe was ahead of his time. But some people are afraid, Dan, of people who are ahead of their time because they don't know what to do with them. They're afraid of their intellect. They're afraid of what they should be saying. But today, I want to share with you today, last announcement that I'll share, that I want to pray for you. I want to pray for your business. I want to pray for your leadership. And this ain't no strings attached prayer. I just want to pray for your business, pray for your leadership. I want to pray for your leadership team. And I need you to send me those messages this week. I want to pray for you. I'm going to call them out. We're going to have a list scrolling at the bottom of all the people we're going to be praying for. Because look, guess what? It's hard out here in these streets and people need to know. So I want to tell you today that the reality is, and this might hit you between the eyes, but number one, you don't know everything. So in order for us to be humble, we got to start at a foundational level, Pierre. And I'm getting right where you're heading, Pierre. And we got to start at a foundational level for people to understand, man, that we don't know everything. That is the basis of humility. And I want to talk to you about 3 ways very quickly on how to put your leadership back on track. So number one, the first way to put your leadership back on track, some of you got knocked off. You don't know what to do. This coronavirus, this COVID-19 period has kind of been frustrating. And I would suggest to you that a lot of people who want to have great leaders in their lives really want not just to have the leadership as a leader, but some people real tight. So this week, this past Sunday, on Sunday morning, Laura Ingalls Wilder, the lady who played her anyway, she was on Sunday morning, and she was on Sunday morning talking about the man who played her dad. Michael Landon. There you go. Michael Landon was more. She said Michael Landon was more than just a figurehead in her life. She said Michael Landon was like a surrogate parent because, what's up, Pastor Chopper? Michael Landon was more than a figurehead because he replaced or was a surrogate father. She said she didn't know certain things about her own life until somebody actually told her. And some of us don't know about our own leadership until somebody tells us. Steve Norman, one of the greatest photographers and people that I know, talked about light and dark, the shadow and the brightness. He said in order for you to have some shadow experiences, in order for you to take great pictures, you got to have some shadows. And I would suggest to you, we gotta deal with the shadow today. So number one, all right, 3 ways to put your leadership back on track. Number one, I want to let you know that you can tell people, I don't know. I really don't know. Too often we try to substitute I don't know with made up answers that make us sound good, make us feel good, or make us try to look good. It's best for us to say, look, I just don't know, or I don't know, and I'll find the answer for you. People will trust you when you say you don't know, but if you always say you don't know, hey, you might need to find another line of work. The other thing that I would suggest to you, in order to put your leadership back on track, you got to say, I'm sorry. Man, I'm telling you, in order to put your leadership back on track at home, a lot of us as men want to admit that we know everything. We don't know everything. And then number 2, I'm sorry. It's a relational question. It's saying, I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for the way this sounded. And I'm sorry for this, that, the other. I want you to know that it's not bad to apologize. But if you're always apologizing, something ain't right. And then the last thing, could you help me? Now, I'm going to toss this in for free. And I want you to know that there are 2 emails that everybody will read. 2 emails that are guaranteed to be opened up every single time they're sent. And I want to give you these 2 emails for free. Number 1, in the subject line, put thank you. If you put a thank you email, especially to an executive leader like yourself or others who are watching this broadcast, I guarantee you that it will be open. Yeah, you're going to have to open all the reports and all the diagrams and the charts and outcomes and strategies and visions, but people are going to open an email that says thank you. And the next email people are going to open is the email that says, I need your help. Well, people respond and they want to know where you need help in, where you need encouragement in, and where you need support in. I want you to know that I'm here to support you, and there are coaching opportunities to be able to assist you. And please go to my website for coaching opportunities. So I want to talk with you. There's some of y'all need help. You drowning as a leader, and you don't want to admit it. And I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna broadcast it, but I want to talk to you and I want to help you out. Also, I want to let you know that there's a free resource that I'm giving out to each and every one of you today. And that free resource is how to thrive through loss. There's so many people today who are trying to figure out what to do and how they should thrive through loss. And I want to share that free resource with you today, how to thrive through loss. Coming up very soon, we're going to have a grant writing conference. And information will be shared on the Built to Thrive page exclusively. So please tell somebody to join the Built to Thrive Facebook group on Facebook, obviously. And I want to let you know, just to recap, 3 ways to put your leadership back on track. Number 1, say, I don't know. You may not have the answer. That expresses humility. Number 2, say, I'm sorry. It's a relational question saying, I want to have a connection with you. And number 3, could you help me? I really need some support. That means I want to let you know this final thought, that people will forgive your errors in judgment and mistakes if they believe in you and your level of humility. Well, I'm so excited to be able to share with you today another installment of Word Power. Please know that every single week will be right here on Facebook Live and on YouTube, the channel Built to Thrive. Please share this word with somebody. I promise you, your level of leadership will increase after watching this broadcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this broadcast with others in your circle of influence. And again, I want to let you know on July 25 that I will be praying for you. I'll be praying for your team. I'll be praying for your church. I'll be praying for your business. I'm going to take a little extra time. And by God's grace, we're going to see some miracles happen as a result of next week. I believe that when you thrive, you're able to do all things well. Remember our Bible text today, for all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all those who humble themselves will be exalted. I'm ready to go to the next level, but that means I got to get deeper in my level of humility. I invite you to go on this journey with me, and I look forward to hearing what happened as a result of our encounter today. I'll see you again next week on Word Power, but until then, I'll meet you on Wednesday night on the network. May God continue to bless you.